Hello. It's good to see you. We are back again with the Paint by Numbers postcards. I really enjoyed doing one of these last night, and I kind of wanted to do another one. I still had all my stuff out, so I thought we would try another one. The popsicle was so much fun, I thought we would try a different one. And we do have some different styles to choose from. This is the instruction card right here, but it shows you one of the cards. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and then we'll look through them. Okay, I just put the paints over here in the brush. We have this one that's a little piece of pie. We have two of those. This one looks pretty complicated. This is a little stack of cookies on a plate. I don't know if I'm ready for that one yet. Here's a piece of cake. It actually looks easy, like a piece of cake. I don't think that would be too bad. I like the pretty yellow. There's the popsicle again. We already did that one. I was kind of thinking about trying the ice cream. The challenging part is that these numbers are really, really hard to read because they're so small. And then we have the chocolate bar. That one looks like fun. Maybe we'll go with the chocolate bar instead. So I'm going to move these and then we'll get set up. Okay, I have my little magnifying glass, and I was sitting here. That's one of the numbers. Like, you can't even see. It's so tiny, and they're light blue, which makes it even harder to read. But it looks like the squares are number 5, so that, and then this part is number 6, so it's pink. And then we're going to have to mix the colors for the letters here. That's going to be number 8. So it's going to be kind of like the popsicle if you saw that video yesterday. The letters are going to be a little bit lighter pink than this part. I think that is also 8 that goes around the sides, and 5, and then the inside of the wrapper is also 8. So it's not a bunch of colors. Okay, now the areas in between the little pieces of chocolate are 7. So it's a little bit lighter than 5. So you're just going to mix 5 and 1 together. And it says to start with the smaller areas first. So we would probably want to start with 7. The little lines here, do that. And then we could do 8 because we're going to have to do these little parts here. And also the letters. And then we can come back and do 6 and 5 after that. Oh, and there's a little bit of 7 over here on this one too. So I have my little cup of water here. My little Sesame Street cup. Used to be my kids'. It says yum. That's good. So we're just going to set that there, and I'm going to get my brushes out. Now, of course, we have the brush here that came with the kit. So we can use that one if we want to. And these are the brushes that I used when we did the popsicle. These are just some little brushes that I had on hand. We have a little angled brush here, the green one. And then this kind of purple one is just a very fine line. I think that would be good for doing these sections here between the pieces of chocolate. And then this blue one just covers a slightly larger area, like maybe there. I'll probably end up using the angle brush, though. It seems to work really well for getting right up next to the edge. It's really good for that. And it's also good for covering large areas. So it's a really good multi-purpose brush. We don't need those right now. I think I'll just go with the brush that came with the kit. And we're just going to have to mix together. Oh, yeah, we need to mix the colors first, don't we? For 7, okay, this is number 7. We have to mix 5 and 1. And it said not to use too much white, just a little bit. I grabbed just a piece of scrap paper. I thought maybe I could just mix it on there. So I'm going to pop open 5 and 1 and see if we can get those together. Okay. I'm just going to I'll use this blue one to get them out. I'm going to get some of the white here. Okay. Put that on there. And then I'm going to get some of this brown here, number 5, mixing it up a little bit. And I'm just going to mix them right here on the paper. Oh, it even looks like chocolate. Look at it. Make sure to mix it thoroughly. I'm trying to get it down to a point. Okay. Number 7. Now we're just going to go in between these squares with this color. And right up to there. I think at this stage, if you overlap a little bit down here, I don't think it matters because you're going to cover it up with that anyway. It looks like I'm painting it with chocolate. That's pretty cool. On down this way. And then you bring it up to there. Okay. We don't have any over here. A little bit more right there. Just a little. Okay. Then we're going to do this part. Bring this up. There. And down this way. Okay. It looks really dark. I'm kind of curious to see how it looks when you compare it to just number 5. It's going to be interesting. Coming up this way. And over. And right there. Okay. 7. Just a little bit. Just right there. Okay. And then right here. A little bit right here. And here. Seven. Okay. This is 8. And then we have this little piece right here that's been broken off. I need to be very careful with this part. I don't want to go over into that yellow, if you can help it. And a little bit on this side, but it doesn't go up as far. Just to there. Okay. Now, oops. need a little bit more over here. Now it looks a little rough right now, but that's okay, because once we fill it in, it's going to look better, I think. So that's everything for number 7. I'm going to move this out of the way. And we got to wash our brushes. Ooh, that's like some really watery hot chocolate. And I just have a paper towel. I'm just gonna dry them on that. Ooh, it's like I had an accident. It was on the brush. It didn't come off in the water. Ooh, okay. That's gross. I don't want to look at that anymore. Let's fold it over. Okay. Alright, and what are we going to do? We're going to do 8. Now for 8, we mix 6 and 1. So I'm going to close this up and open these, and then we will mix those. Here we have 6 and 1. I'm just going to get some of the 1 on here. Now for 8, I think we may need a little bit more. There's that. And then I'll just use my cleaned brush to get some of this here. That's 6. Number 6. And number 1. And then we will mix them together on the paper. This is going to be a lighter pink. Here. I don't think we're going to need a lot, but we will need a decent amount. Yeah, that's definitely lighter. I'm trying to draw it out to a point. Now, 8 is going to go around the edges, and it's also the inside of the candy bar wrapper too. So I'm going to do this edge here carefully. Get a little bit more. Just come on down. That's a pretty color. There's one edge. Then we get this one over here. Let's bring it across. And again, down here it doesn't really matter if it overlaps a little bit, because we're going to come back with this green brush and number 6 paint. We're going to cover that up. I'm trying to keep it straight though. So that's that edge. And then we have the inside of the candy bar wrapper. I'm going to go around these edges here carefully. And the filler just comes on out like that. You know, I was looking around on Amazon today. They have a lot of really pretty paint by number sets if you're interested in trying that. They're not very expensive either. I thought about getting a couple. And some really, really pretty ones. The wrapper comes down here. Now it has a line. You have to pay attention to that line. You don't want to go over that. I don't want to get my hand in the paint either. Right up to there. Let me close these paints up. I don't want them to dry out. There, that's better. I meant to do that earlier. Right up to that edge. That's good. Now this is the inside of the wrapper. It's just kind of laid open like that, so we're seeing the underside of it. Somebody got hungry, they just ripped that thing open. It's the way my kids open boxes of cereal. It drives me nuts. And then it never closes properly. Looks like a pack of wild animals opened it. Okay, so there's the inside of the wrapper there, and then we have this, and the letters over here too. We're just coming along this edge. We don't want to get any of this color on the candy bar, because that would taste funny. And I'm just taking a little bit of extra paint and just pulling it down. Still staying in that same section. It's a good way to kind of clean off your brush. Just kind of do like that. Bring it on up this way. We have this edge here. And we're coming around this part right here. And then there's a little corner there to get that. Look at that. Okay, that's that. Now all we have left to do with number 8, but we have this and the letters. A little bit more right here. almost forgot this part. There's that. Okay, now all we have are the letters. Now, just be careful with those lines. I haven't used the angle brush yet. I may have to use this brush again to get up in those little areas when we get to that part. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Right up there. I guess this candy bar doesn't have a name. It just said chocolate. There's not enough room. If this is all there was to the bar, there's not enough room to put chocolate on there. I'm overthinking this picture. It's okay. We're going to cover it up. It's alright. Painting the inside of these letters is challenging. But I like a challenge. Okay, and we'll do the second half of this H. The paint is drying on me. It's drying a little bit. It makes it a little harder to use. You have to pull on it a little bit. There's the H. Now we have part of the O, not the whole thing. There's nothing worse than only getting part of an O. It's very disappointing. Just bring that around there. Now that's going to blend into this part. It's going to blend right into that wrapper, but it's the same color, so I can't do anything about that. Okay, there's that. Okay, now what we have left is, this is number 6 and this is number 5. That popped back open. I'm gonna clean our brushes. See, it leaves paint on there. There, I got it. Okay, now we're gonna do, let's do the chocolate pieces first, and then we will do the darker pink there. There we go. Let's try the green angled brush for these pieces of chocolate. I'm probably going to use it in this part too when we get to that. But for now, we're just going to get a little bit of the dark brown on there. Let's see how different it looks. Oh, it doesn't really look all that different, does it? This is what we ran into with the popsicle. It looks the same. Okay, we're going to do what we did with the popsicle. What we did with the popsicle was when we mixed the lighter pink color, I think I just didn't add enough white to it, and it didn't really look all that different. See, they're not super different anyway. We're gonna redo those little lines. So we'll just use this again. I'm gonna turn it the other way around. I'm going to use this blue brush and put some of this white on here. I'm going to get more this time. I'm going to add more to it. Ooh, that's a lot. There. Okay. And then I'm just going to go straight into, no. We're doing the lines again, so I'm just going to use this to get it out. I want to make sure it's light enough so you can tell the difference. I'm mixing it right on the paper. Yeah, that's definitely lighter. Okay, let's try this again. Oh yeah, big difference. Look at that big difference. That's much better. Because see, the instructions say you don't need a lot of the white when you're mixing it. And it says that on here, don't use a lot. But honestly, I guess their definition of a lot and mine are different. I thought I was doing it right, but apparently I should have used more. It's a learning process. Okay. Now all I'm doing is I'm just going right back over the lines that we did before. It goes a little faster. I'm just covering them up. Yeah, that's much better. I hear a train. I do. Nice and easy. You have to make sure you get all of them. And I was just looking at the little paint pots here. And I don't know that I'm going to have enough paint in here to do all these cards. But that's okay. If I run out, I'll just go to an art supply store or a craft store and, you know, take this with me and just kind of match them up. That'll be easy. Alright, so even if I run out, I'll just go find some more this color. Okay, now you can definitely see the difference when you look at this line compared to this part. Very different. Now I've cleaned my angled brush here. Cleaned it and dried it. We're going to go back into number 5 and try this again. I want to just get right up to that edge there and bring it down. Oh, these little corners are tricky. I can always turn it though, that helps. Right up to this edge. There's one square. We'll do the one right beside it. All the little squares. We get right up to that edge and pull it up. Look at that little chocolate bar. Now let's do this little free range piece over here. Oh, those corners are tricky. There's that one. And then we'll just come straight over here to this one. With the lighter brown, it looks like pieces of chocolate cake with icing in between the layers. Alrighty, let's get this edge. There. Come on down to this one. As you go, it gets a little easier. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but I like it. Get a little more. Keep on going. Right up to that edge. That yellow edge. Next piece. And then we have another edge. We don't want to get chocolate on the wrapper either. Okay, we got that one. We'll just come across to this one. Go up next to that light brown. And then you come down right next to the wrapper. Get a little bit more. Or it could be that the paint dries out before I use it all. But I don't think it's going to be a problem to find more if I need to. There's that square. Come up to this one. Get into that corner. This angle brush is really great for this. Let me put a little bit more on that one. It looks a little blotchy. Just trying to even them out a little bit. Next one. There. Look at that. A little square of chocolate. It really looks like chocolate. It looks like I'm making a chocolate bar. Right up next to the wrapper and bring it down. Get up next to the edge there. We have a little bit more. We have a little bitty bit right there. Just a very tiny section right here. And that's all that is. And then we have this part. And this comes down to the wrapper there. Right up to the edge. And we have this little bit and that little bit. And then we'll be done with this color and we will move on to that one. Right up to the edge. and then a little bit just there. Oh, that's tough. Okay, and there's the last little square of that. So I'm going to close this up and we will get ready to do this part. Alright, now I think we'll use the angled brush for the larger areas, but maybe we'll try to use this little, it's like a liner brush, for these little skinny parts. Let's see how the color compares. Oh, let's look at that, it's almost the same color. I think we're going to have to do what we did before. I think we're going to have to remix this and add more white to it. I think that's too light. I thought it was going to be okay, but I think it's actually a little bit too light. So let's see here. I'll grab this blue one. I'm going to grab some white here. And we'll just do it right here in this little section. I thought I had that one mixed about right, but no. I'll just use this little brush here to grab some of this to put on here. I'm going to mix it really light this time. I want it to show up, because if it's not really any lighter than that, it's not going to. There we go. Yeah, I'd say that looks lighter. Now let's try. And we're going to do like we did here. We're just going to go back over these parts. We just want them to stand out. Otherwise, it's just going to all look like it's the same color. Yeah, that's better. And I don't think finding more of this paint would be a problem. I did look online today to see if I could just get another one of these somewhere, but I don't believe you can. You know, it comes with the kit, but you can't get an extra one or anything. That's okay. If we need more paint, I'll get more. That's not a problem. We're just coming back down again, all over this part, right up to the edges. This seems to go faster because we've already done it, and I don't have to be quite as exact when I'm just going over it, so it goes faster. Look at that. That's a nice color. I like it. I don't want to overlap that part. Okay. All the way down to this edge. Okay, there's that piece. Now we do these over here. I'm just starting up at the top, going around that top edge, and bringing it down, just like that. definitely lighter. That's going to stand out more, so that's good. That's what we want. And we're coming up next to the chocolate bar. And this torn up chocolate bar wrapper. Oops. Got a little too much on the brush. I can distribute it though. Just grab it and pull. And just pull it all the way across. And there you go. Takes it all the way across. Like that. Alright. Wow, that is a difference. That's drastic. That's okay though, that's what we wanted. We want it to look very different from that. Let me close that again. It doesn't want to stay closed. Stubborn little thing. We're going to do the H again. We're just going to bring it down. This part. Go across. And bring it down this part. That's a nice color. We have to make sure we do the edges too. And see? I'm just working my way backwards on this thing. And the top of the C. Okay, you can already see the difference in the color. I did a little strip of number 6 right there. Now we're doing the edge. And then we come down this side. We're just going back over what we already did to make it a little lighter. Have a little, oops, have a little bit more of a contrast. Fix my happy accident right there. Okay, I got a little eager, a little too impatient. There, now, that's good. Ooh, look at the water. I'm gonna clean the brushes. I can't do it the way Bob Ross does. I can't beat the devil out of these. They're too small. They're too little to have any devil in them. Okay. Now we're going to open 6 back up and continue with what we started. I'm going to use this brush just to get in. I'm going to use this brush to get into the little skinny, little bitty areas. I could probably use the angle brush, but I'm going to use this one because I feel like it. I'm just getting these little areas here. And we have to come right up to there. And then we'll get into this part of the C, all the way down and across. Bring it out a little bit. Then we're going to get between the C and the H. Come around this part of the C at the bottom. Okay. I could just keep going with this brush probably. Across the top of the H. Get a little more paint. Get a lot more paint without meaning to. Over the top of the O. Careful. Straight up. And then we'll go over the top of the C. Like that. And we have to come down this way. We're going to get between the edge of the candy bar and the C. We have this border right here, this very fine line. That might be better to do with the angled brush. Let it go ahead and try it. Okay, let's try it. We're going to get a little paint on there. Come right down here. I got a little bit too much. I'm just wiping off some of the excess. Almost there. I'll get a little bit more. I'm going to come right up next to this edge. Okay, there's the edge. And we have to get over into this part right here. Okay, and now all we have left is this up here. Ooh. Right into the corner of that lighter color. Well, a couple people suggested painting these and then giving them away to subscribers. I think what we might do is, I'm going to hang on to these. I mean, we have a lot more to go, but maybe when we're all done, maybe we can do that. But for now, I'll just save them. And when we get them all done, maybe we'll do something with them like that. That'd be fun. Because I was wondering what I was going to do with these. I didn't even think of that. I didn't know what to do with these. Well, look at that. There we have it. There is our little postcard. We did the little chocolate bar with the wrapper torn open, and it looks like somebody already ate a piece. And we have one just sitting here. Well, that turned out pretty cute. How about that? Those letters were harder than I thought they were going to be. And see, when you look at the back, you have a place to write your message and the address and put a stamp on a little piece of card. It's like cardstock. Very cute. We did it. Look at that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed doing this today. And I will see you again really soon.